Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. It is time to brighten up the Toyota Tacoma even a little bit more. Today, I'm going to be installing the side lights on the truck. And before we get started, one of the biggest things I see out there about installing things on the roof of the truck is how do you get the wiring down under the hood so that you can connect it up? Well, recently I came across a product, it's called Hide a Wire, something like that, and it's merely a channel that you double side tape right along this trim piece, right along here. It's black. It actually looks really good, and you can stick the wire inside and that hides it. Bring it down right here, bring it out up there, and it looks just like factory. I have that coming, so we'll be doing that a little bit later, but in the meantime, got to go ahead and get the lights up. And what they are, these are rock lights that I'm going to install as side lights on the roof rack on the Tacoma. Now, they're pretty simple. I've already drilled the holes. And if you didn't see that video, I did a video on that. I had to drill holes right up here so that these fit, and this is it. And I did put some paint in the holes to protect the metal. It would have been bare, of course. But you'll never see any of that because it'll all be hidden. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the lights. I am gonna use some Loctite to secure the bolts, or the nuts, I should say, on the back. We'll get these put up and then we'll throw the wiring harness up there because I have to adapt that a little bit to connect everything up. Okay, well, I'll show you how to do the first one and then I'll do the rest. It's all the same thing. The holes that I drilled, there are three, two for the bolts, screws that are going to go through, and then one big one in the center right here for the wiring to go through. So obviously, you just simply stick that through, and then I'll have to smear up my screw with a little bit of Loctite, so we'll do that first off here. This is something I actually got with another kit, so comes in handy to save stuff, I suppose. So simply stick it through like that. Again, this is not rocket science. It's a little tight down here, and then these little dinky, look at how small that nut is. I don't even have a tool, a wrench, that will grab onto that, but they do come with a washer. I wish it was a locking washer. I think that would be better, but you get what you get. These are pretty small pieces of hardware. Although the lights, there's no weight to them, so that's not a big deal. You get the idea. It's pretty simple to do. I'm gonna go ahead and put all the other ones on, and then we'll come back and get into the wiring. Okay, got them all on. Aren't those slick? I love these low profile lights, and I did get all the holes right, so everything's good. Next, I need to lay the wiring harness up there and see if I need to do any cutting or anything, and then we can get them wired. We've got a spaghetti mess of wiring up here. What I'm doing is laying it out because I'm gonna trim all of this extra off, obviously. And I'm gonna connect all of these ends to one wire that's gonna run over to power these. These are low voltage, it's like 3 watts total for all 4 lights. So that's like nothing. Anyway, I've got it all laid out here. Now I'm just gonna stretch out the wires down to about this point or so because my other wire is gonna run through that channel up here. And right in this area will be, or right behind here actually, will be where the connection is so you can't see anything. So I'm gonna do some cutting and we'll do some connecting. Got all the wires cut. This is what I've ended up with. This is the longest run. And we have a real short one in the front, of course. And got rid of all of that. Don't have to screw around tying that down. Now I just need to connect all of this into my single wire over there. Gonna be a lot of soldering and cutting, or connecting, I guess. And then I'm ready to put it up on the truck. Okay, quick update. I've got all the wires joined. Again, I'm using this solder connector thing, solder seal wire connector, they call it. These things are awesome. But I've connected all the wires. We got the red to the red, the black to the black. That's the way you want to go. The solder is melted. You can see it in there. Cool. Now all I have to do is shrink wrap it, and it's ready to connect to the lights on the truck and cut the wire and hook into the wiring. Awesome. Got her all done. This is all of my heat shrinking on here. I think it came out pretty well. I like it. Here's my little end, and then all the rest my makeshift wiring harness, I guess. And then of course over there, we'll cut that off once I decide what length I need it under the hood. But now I need to put it up top, up on the roof rack, and run it down the side to where it's going to go inside to the Switch Pro. Okay, quick update. I've got everything hooked up. This wire and that wire, can't touch it because, you know, it's live. But it's all hooked up. The lights are in. In a couple minutes, we'll go ahead and show you guys what they look like. Here's a look across the top. I still have to tie the wires down, but in all honesty, I did test it and it does work, which is awesome. So let me go ahead and zip tie everything where it needs to be, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Real quick, by the way, I've had people asking, when are you gonna make a video with everything on at night? As soon as I get all of the lights done. I wanna do it all in one big punch, if you will. And I have just 2 more to go, I believe, and then I will be done with lighting up the Toyota Tacoma. Okay, got it all done. I'll put the camera up top for you real quick. You guys can take a look. The wiring is all tied down underneath, all along the sides here. You can see it if you look up, if you're paying attention. There are a lot of zip ties, but they're black, so who cares? And you can see the wiring, how I have it running under that front bar. Now, the most important part is, what do they look like? So we're gonna flip them on. I've got them hooked up to the Switch Pro. Keep you guys right up here. Let's see, I don't know if you can see them both, but here we go. That's what they look like with the lights on. You can see even in broad daylight, they're pretty bright. So I can't wait to do the nighttime reveal on this. Again, there is going to be a nighttime reveal as soon as I get the last 2 lights that I'm gonna put on done. So stay tuned for that. It should be pretty darn cool. I think these are awesome. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Have I lost my mind? Am I going crazy with too many lights? Probably. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Mod Driven, all about the Mercedes-Benz, for now. And RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay lit out there. Bye.